Hello everyone, this is Priyanka. Welcome to my channel Automation with Priyanka. Today I will be discussing about one of the very important topic for Appium series, that is all about Appium Inspector. Guys, Appium Inspector which will help you to locate the mobile elements and through which we can able to automate any mobile elements, right? So technically for mobile application, it's important to know how we can locate any mobile elements and how we can able to automate that element with certain actions, correct? So like APM inspector, it simply work in the same manner like the way we are using a dev tool to locate our web elements. Clear? So what is APM inspector technically? APM Inspector, it is a graphical user interface tool which is used in mobile automation testing to inspect elements of Android as well as iOS platform. Clear? So for any application, how exactly we can able to interact? Once you know address of that element, then only we can able to interact with that application elements. And that is where APM Inspector will come into picture. So APM Inspector will help you for multiple purpose. First of all, finding elements, locator for automation, checking elements properties, even somewhere you can able to validate different locator strategies. Most commonly we follow for validation of XPath, even debugging mobile automation script and understand app screen structure as well. But how we can begin with the inspector? Because if you familiar with APM architecture, APM server is a separate component. We need a device where we can able to test our application, and that is where we are using what? Android Studio. And the third component that we are talking about, APM inspector, where we need to understand first what is this inspector, how we can able to start with inspector. Let's see in this entire session how exactly you can able to use APM inspector for your mobile automation test. So guys, first of all, once you open APM Inspector, it will look like this. Let's take a walkthrough for today, right? So in APM Inspector, you will see whenever you guys are connecting some local server setup, you can have this capability builder. Here you can able to add certain capabilities and you can create a session, right? But suppose I wanted to run application or I just wanted to provide some remote server address. There I need here the address host. So remote host number, port number and the server path you can attach here. Okay. Even advanced settings also they have added. Like you can go for what? Allow unauthorized certificate. Somewhere proxy setup you needed. Then that URL also you can able to attach here. Even these are what local and I can say remote server address where you can able to attach here. But second important point is what? Here you will get option for what? Select cloud providers. These are the different cloud providers as per your need, as per the requirement, we can have it. So just you can able to click on that server provider and you will get that option here. For example, I already selected browser stack. You can see here. This is the information I'm getting for browser stack. I can just give a name of a stack, username, access key and all, and I can proceed, right? So this is, we are talking about initially APM server, basic setup, how to do, how we can able to start our session today, and then how we can able to understand how APM inspector will help you to locate mobile elements. So guys, now please focus. Here you can see three options. Capability builder, as I told you, capabilities, desired capabilities, which are nothing but properties for that particular session. Okay, so we can have here different capabilities first. Even later on, you can able to save those capabilities as well. Like I say for different devices, right? Even you can able to attach to the current session. Once connection established, after that, whatever session ID you will get, you can attach session ID here and you can just attach current inspector with that particular session which is ongoing. So these options already available. Another important point, as soon as I will add here capabilities manually, guys, you will able to see some JSON representation, and this request, this as a request goes to where? Goes to APM server. So try to understand APM inspector also, through which very first how exactly we can able to connect with our device, how the application UI you will able to see here, right? Because normally in web application, we have to open a browser. We have to open our application. Like what we do in web application testing, you can go for any application. Suppose I will just go for Google, and there, okay, what we can do for inspecting this address or this element, we usually right click on that element and then we inspect it, correct? And there from the dev tool, we can able to identify that element address. So like that, here in Appium Inspector, first you have to create a driver session, and then only you can able to locate the element. Okay. So what is the first step? First step, we are learning mobile application testing. Absolutely, we need to start our Appium server. That is what our first step. So guys, here I will just pass a command Appium, and this will start Appium server available in this local machine. Correct? Now do not close this window. Okay, you have to keep it open. Let me just minimize it. And then second step is your device also, like through the Android Studio, it should be up and running. Currently, you can see whatever device you want, you can just click on that play button. Now device will up and running, right? Device is also started. And now I can come back to Appium Inspector. Let's add certain capabilities here. As I mentioned, what is the first capability? First is very important, what type of testing you guys are doing, for which platform. So we have to set here platform name. That is your first capability to attach. Here you can attach platform name is definitely Android. And as soon as you can see, I added platform name and the capability value. Here you can see the JSON representation for the same. Let's add one more capability, guys. So we need a vendor prefix capability here. Just add Appium colon automation name. So here I'm going to attach automation name. And what is automation name? That's your framework you have to write here, which is all about internally we are using UI Automator 2. So I'm just writing UI Automator 2. That's it. That is automation name. Third, whatever device is connected, we just have unique device identification number for that device. Correct? How you will get that? To see, whenever device is up and running, you can just open new command prompt, and there you can just try one command ADB devices. Guys, ADB Android debugger. We are just looking current devices attached. And now you can see this is what Emulator 5554, which is device, okay, identification number, and which is in the form of Appium, we called UDID. You have to write a property, I mean capability for the same Appium colon UDID. And here you can attach UDID number. But okay, once again, make sure that whatever number you copied and pasted, there should not be any space available. So guys, currently you can see space is added here, right? So what I'll do, I'll just remove that space. So it should be clean device number. Otherwise, it will create a issue while creating a session. Fine. What is the next important capability to attach? Once session will start, okay, with which application we will start our automation testing? We need application path also. So here you can attach capability name Appium colon app. And okay, what is the path? So this time try to understand the concept. Whenever in our previous example, what we used to do, like okay, whatever APK files we have attached in the SRC test resources, okay, we generally provide a path of these files. But currently we are not understanding through Eclipse. We wanted to first create session through the inspector everyone. So which path you will be writing here? Okay, so suggestion from my side, use the path which is available in your local machine. For example, those APK file you saved somewhere, right, in your machine. So like I have saved in my okay C drive under APK file folder. So I'm just going to select that path. So see, this is the application currently I needed. First of all, I'll just copy name of this application. I'll double click here on the top, and there I can attach current application, and this is what full path which I needed. Correct? So one more time, let me attach, and now I will just copy this path, come back to inspector, and here I'm just going to attach it. One more change you can do, instead of backward slash, add just forward slash. See this. Okay, done. And that's it, everyone. Now, what we are expecting, whenever I will click on this button, start session, Either you can save all these properties, right? Capabilities you can save, and you can just click on start session. So once I start the session, request will goes to Appium server. Then server and this particular client, whenever connection established, we are passing a request to what? That okay, start okay application on which device? A device which is connected here with the UDID number. Then request goes to the Android Studio and here the app will open. Right? This is the flow. So what I need to do now? Let's come back to the Appium Inspector. Let's see whether we are able to create a session or not. Just click on start session and observe it carefully what is going on now. Have some patience as well, because okay, these tools we are completely doing setup on our local machine, and that is the reason sometimes it quite slow. So try to understand how exactly it is working. Now you can see what exactly I'm having. Okay, I can see the okay view of the Appium Inspector. But what I was expecting, everyone, I was expecting that whatever app is open here, I should get this UI so that I can interact with this element, right? So sometimes it might be the case you will not able to see any UI here. In that case, what to do? Here you will get the option to quit session, just to quit once again and start it once again. Click on start session once again. And let's see. Then whatever application it will open inside Android Studio, inside that device, same application UI it should capture here. And perfect. This time you can see UI is available. Got it? So this is the UI. The middle area you can see, which is the app source. Whatever application it is, source code will be available here. You will see here. And third area which you can see, which is selected element. So guys, you are here to understand locators. How I can able to identify these elements, right? And what locator I should follow. So those locators, information, properties of that element, everything you will see it here. Let's walk through Appium Inspector today. So guys, see, these are the buttons, okay? Press back button. Somewhere you wanted to go for home. Even you wanted to go for what? App switch button. So you can have this button. Even quit session you can able to do with this particular button. Currently we are doing native application testing. So native app mode is on. And then okay, somewhere if you wanted to go for web and hybrid, you can just go for this option. What else, everyone? So basic refresh, okay, refresh is available. Even search option is available, right? Technically, whatever elements, whatever locator you will see here, if you really wanted to validate those element, I mean locator, right? Whether XPath is correct or not, whether ID is correct or not, that you can find out here with the help of search element. Even recording option is also there. Through the inspector, you can able to record the process. And then okay, this is the first source option. When you come to commands, guys, there are different commands available related to app, related to device, related to keyboard connectivity or performance data. Lot of okay commands are available here. So technically we will be having a separate session where we'll be discussing these commands. Mostly we are interacting through the application. So these application command, their performance information to capture and all, we will see it in our upcoming sessions. But remember, these are the commands for execution. We can okay execute command through the Appium Inspector, as well as we can have a separate okay script also through which we can able to interact with application. Then okay, some gesture information. One of the very important topic. How we can able to automate some gesture, everyone. It might be I wanted to zoom this session, I just wanted to okay zoom in, zoom out, even I wanted to scroll up, scroll down, whatever actions are right, those gestures we can able to record. Even recorder is there, even session information is also there. So whatever current session it is, those detail you will able to see it here. Great. But now we need to understand main part, how I can able to inspect the element and where I will see the locator options available here. So guys, see, this is your selector. Now second option is also given, which is very important for upcoming sessions. Okay, we'll be having discussion on the same. How you can able to see the coordinates for your element like XY positions and all. That you will get with the help of the second option. And you can download screenshot as well. For now, let me show you selector first. You have to just okay select the element with this arrow. Suppose example, I'll go to animation. If I just to click, see what happened. You are able to see source code for that element which is prepared by developer. And third important area where you can able to see what? All the locator guys. So coming to this, please have a look. Here you can able to see all the locator which is okay stated with find by, and these are the selectors, right? And attribute and even its value. That also you are able to observe. So technically for Android automation, even for iOS application, different locator strategies are there. Talking about Android application, total 5 locator strategies we follow in Android application. Guys, primary locator strategy that you can see here, accessibility ID. Accessibility ID, it's like a primary locator in mobile application. Coming to web application testing, guys, as you have already aware, ID is the most stable and most popular and primary locator for Selenium. Similar like this, here we are using accessibility ID for mobile application. Then you are having one more, the latest version they have added Android UI Automator locator strategy, and even XPath is there. Fourth one is class name, and even resource ID is there. So we will have in upcoming sessions details on this locator. But try to understand, the first step is you have to create a driver session. So guys, follow this video, do the setup, and just try to create your driver session, right? So in this session, we have just discussed about Appium Inspector view, right? UI, how exactly it looks and how exactly we can get the locator. In next session, I will be talking about how practically we will use this locator in our script, and then we will test our application. So this is all about Appium Inspector setup. Do it and let me know in the comment section if you have any difficulty. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next class.